how I see marketing is the way it used to happen 5 years, 10 years back, the way it is happening today is completely changed.
Absolutely.
There's a very good exponential growth among all the department that has happened, and one of the catalyst is AI. Particularly talking about that is generative AI or Gen AI. Maybe you can share your experience on that particular journey of from like how it was happening before versus now.
Absolutely. So the one thing is just this, that when I started working in AI, or I started working with AI in marketing, I was already working with the developed version of the AI, because I started this year, as I just said, I'm going to complete a year. So I started working. So I already had that privilege of, of having the developed versions of the marketing, having the developed versions of AI where everything is already taking a leap. So that's there. But answering your question, yes, we have come a long way. Would you have thought that marketing would be about food someday? Sensory marketing, nostalgic marketing. Are you kidding me? These things were not present back then, okay? Now everything we do is has become a style of marketing, okay? So sensory marketing or narratives, vignettes, these are some of the things that were not present in the past. I think there was one thing which was always coming along, and which was storytelling, the narratives, the brand architectures. But these things were always present, but we were not aware about them. So I think Gen AI is coming in picture with that. When we are talking about narratives, when we are talking about brand architectures, we what we do, we Google, right? We want to understand the hierarchy of it, or the legacy of it, the past of it. But now, do we literally go on Google about it? No, I think we use the AI part of it. We use several platforms to shape our perspective in a way that's actually going to be beneficial for us and for our clients. So these are some of the things which have changed, which have taken a different route and different path. When we are thinking of marketing, we are just not thinking about storytelling anymore. We're just not thinking about one campaign anymore. We are considering human behavior, target audience, market segmentations, demographics. We are considering a lot of factors which were, of course, considered way back, but now it has become, I would say, it has become an emotion for a brand now. Because if you're not selling me a story, if you're not selling me an experience, why would I buy products? Oh, there are ample amount of products in the market. What is it that you're doing different? That is something which is different now. People ask, why you? People were not asking back then, why you? People were just buying because, oh, they have, they have made a connection. Like Unilever, it has a lot of brands in it, right? So as a consumer, I know ki, oh, इनका तो एक legacy brand है. They are somebody whom I can trust because मेरी मम्मी इनको use करती है. So as a consumer, I never question. But will I question now? Yes, I will, for sure. So that questioning part, that consumer part has changed, I believe.
Yeah, definitely, indeed it is. You mentioned about some of the tools that has been changed the way we use it. Can you mention some of the tools for our audience, that what are the go-to platforms nowadays for marketing and personal branding?
Okay, so as a marketer, I personally use 5 AI tools right now. ChatGPT, of course, Gemini, Claude. I also use Notebook LLM, and I also use Perplexity. So I use all of these platforms because, okay, so as a person, as a marketer, you also need to understand what AI is good for what. Okay, you can't just use ChatGPT and exploit it left, right, center. Oh, ye bhi kar do, ye bhi kar do. No, you cannot. You need to know and you need to understand what their purpose is. So I like to use all these different 5 tools in AI, and they give me different results, and then I just streamline it, put it together, and that's how I work.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Because even in my experience, this all the GenAI tools which are available, they have their expertise in those domains.
Yeah,
So in my world, what I do generally use is ChatGPT is for coding purpose.
yeah,
Claude is for anything that has to be deal with management, emails, marketing stuff. Claude is
yeah.
pretty good at that. Perplexity is maybe finance domain
Hmm.
and some of the research purpose. I think that is pretty good. So yeah, I believe that when to use what is also very important. So
In fact,
yeah,
you
I
should
think
try Notebook LLM too. You will love it. So Notebook LLM is like you can put all of the different websites on it, and it's just going to give you the result. So what you have to do, put all the data in it. Sometimes we people, when we are doing some research, we don't want external sources. We want you to work as an AI. We want the AI to work on the sources we are giving it. Notebook LM is perfect for it. Like whenever I have data, whenever I have a streamlined data, and I want to ask questions related to it as a consumer or as a strategist, I put that document on my Notebook LLM app and the website, and it gives me perfect answers. Like it's great when you want to do any kind of exercise, when you want to have the decision making capacity. So Notebook LM is actually going to help you. It works on the files, it works on the documents, and it also works on different website links. So you should try it.
Yeah, amazing. And then just for viewers' understanding, we are not selling anybody here. We are
No,
not sponsored.
we are not at
So
all. This is from personal experience only.
yes, exactly. Yeah, and I think let's take one example. I think it's very interesting that you have mentioned like all these tools, because some of those tools even I have experienced it.
That's pretty
These
common.
are really good. So let's say me as a 22-year-old aspiring entrepreneur, I want to build my brand and also do marketing of it or personal branding of it. Now, it's let's say it's a food delivery application that I'm building for Mumbai, Delhi, and some of the top metro cities in India. And I want to do marketing. Let's say I'm creating a campaign right now. My audience is Gen Z or millennials, and I want to promote it. So, what will be my top three steps or actions via these tools?
Okay. So, see, when, of course, you need market research, right? So, market research, I believe, should always start with Perplexity, Gemini, and ChatGPT, and the manual labor as well. Okay. I think personally, market research is something that is still not picked up by AI extensively, because I was recently working with a client and I was doing market research for them. And it took me 2 weeks to do that market research, and AI was not at all helping me because I put my details on the AI and I was asking it repeatedly, and I put on all platforms I'm aware about, and it did not help me. So I manually had to dig in Wikipedia, Google, everything I could just to pull that data out and then put it out. Okay. So, yes, you have to use all of these AI platforms for your market research. But research part, I think as a food delivery app, you need to know your market, because then you are mass, right? You are not going premium or luxury. I mean, a part of you can, but initially you won't be, oh, we are only luxury food app. No, I think you will be catering to the masses. So for that, you need to understand how market works, how consumer behavior works. So for consumer behaviors, AI can help you in generating forms, in generating surveys, in understanding, in pulling data from Google. Like you can just put in that, hi, I want to do blah, 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 and I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. So give me results of the consumer behavior or what exactly this kind of demographics like. That's how AI is going to help you. And I think this kind of information is best suited in Perplexity. That's how I have experienced it. Whenever I'm looking for exact information, I always go for like deep research Perplexity option. I've even taken Pro for Perplexity. I've taken Gemini Pro. I've not taken ChatGPT Pro yet, but I'm using pros for both of these version, and I like I have a favoritism towards Perplexity more when it's about generating these kind of forms so that I can understand consumer behaviors. It gives better results. So yeah, so these three would be, first would be a market research, second would be generating content to understand the masses. That would be your forums, your surveys, or whatever your second or primary research methodology has to be. Perplexity is going to help you there. And then you have to make the decision, right? So for decision making, I feel Claude is perfect. Like Claude is even great for difficult situations like coding. That's what, because my brother works in the coding, he's a software engineer. So he always, talk about, he literally sells me Claude. He's like, oh, Dee, you have to use this, you have to do that. Listen, see, Claude kitna easily kar raha hai. So he uses Claude for like coding purposes and he adores Claude. So for Claude, like for decision making and all of these purposes, I think Claude is going to help you there. So these would be initial. So do market research using Gemini, Pro, Perplexity, and Google. Afterwards, go to your like how the kind of content you want it to be, how you want to understand, go to Perplexity, and then to Claude for decision making content. That's how I usually navigate my work.
Yeah, that was really insightful. I mean, just breakdown of all these
Yeah.
tools, and tell your brother that there's one more fan who does coding, and Claude is fan. So even I use Claude for coding and all the stuff.
Really?
It's really good. Yeah.